All right, the court is calling 2021 CR 8476, State of Texas versus Beth Nicole Martinez. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state,
Joe Ray Garcia.
for the defense?
Edward Garza.
You understand what you're charged with is aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. That's a second-degree felony. The range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 20 years in prison and up to $10,000 fine. Yeah. Did you understand if you have a plea bargain agreement with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea bargain agreement? If for any reason the court does not follow your plea bargain agreement and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am, I did.
All right. Is there anything you wish to say on behalf of your client, Mr. Garza?
Yes, Your Honor. My client is unfortunately suffering under certain stressful situations right now with respect to her youngest daughter, who is only 4 years old. The father of the child has died just recently, about a month ago, of COVID. And when the child was in my client's mother's custody, CPS got called in because the child was not being well cared for. My client's been served, of course, with probably a motion to terminate. She just got served yesterday. So she has some concerns with respect to how long the McMyoff evaluation might possibly take. And the concern that she has, of course, is being able to.
Beth Nicole Martinez stands accused of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, second-degree felony, carrying up to 20 years. As the courtroom opens, the tone is ice cold, but her attorney quickly humanizes her. A grieving mother dealing with CPS after the child's father died of COVID. It's not just a criminal case, it's a war for her child's future, unfolding in real time.
So I think more than likely what she's asking me to do, ask the court if the McMyoff evaluation can be done while she's been released, or if the court is going to want to desire to have it done while she's in custody. But I know that that's one of the concerns she wanted me to express to the court. We do ask the court to follow the recommendation. My client is 26 years old, has got a very unfortunate dysfunctional situation in her household. She has a very supportive father, but obviously, of course, she's not getting along real well with her mother. The other 7-year-old child that she has is being taken care of.
Beth's personal life is in ruins. CPS has stepped in. Her father, dying from stage 4 colon cancer, temporarily had custody but couldn't care for her kids. Her mother stepped in, but neglect allegations exploded. Now one daughter's in the hospital, the other with her dad. The courtroom becomes a pressure cooker of grief, uncertainty, and shattered maternal instincts. The judge demands clarity who's watching the children while Beth's world crumbles.
When was Child Protective Services involved in this case? Is it fairly recent? Because you're saying she just got served.
Yes, Your Honor. I think it was somewhat fairly recent. My client can probably best address that, Your Honor.
All right, Ms. Martinez, when did Child Protective Services open a case?
September 5th.
Okay, so you have a year. I've done a lot of Child Protective Service cases before. Who's your attorney?
I'm not too sure.
Well, the papers that you were served with should give you, if it's a legal case, it should let you know who the name of your attorney is. And that attorney, which is separate from Mr. Garza, will be representing you on that matter. How many children do you have?
2.
All right. And so are your father and mother together?
No, but my father was diagnosed with stage 4 colon cancer. So he needs help. He was actually the one who had temporary custody of my daughters while I was incarcerated. But he's too sick to take care of them. So my mother stepped in and was supposed to be taking care of him while I was incarcerated.
All right. And so your child, you said one is placed with their biological father?
Yes.
And where's the other child placed?
She's in a foster home.
Okay. So here's the thing, Ms. Martinez. My experience in the Child Protective Services world
With Pearson.com, the judge breaks it down. Beth must put her oxygen mask on first before saving others. Parenting classes, strict CPS compliance, coordination, or consequences. The court lays down deferred adjudication. For years, no room for error. The message is brutal but clear. Redemption starts with responsibility. Beth nods, but the storm isn't over. Her freedom now hinges on every next decision because this courtroom forgives nothing.
What it's gonna do. 4 years, deferred adjudication. All right, with that, we'll close the record. Ms. Martinez,
Yes, ma'am.
this is what I'm gonna tell you. You need to start taking care of yourself. From here on out, everything you do, if you want custody of your child back, you're gonna have to focus on doing what's best to potentially obtain custody of your child back. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
I know you may think this may seem harsh, but remember, we're all on a journey. Where we start at is not where we're gonna end in our journey in this life. So hopefully, as we go along, we're improving ourselves, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, I'm going to send you to breakout room number 1. Probation will meet you there, and probation will go over conditions. 476 for the offense of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon on October 12th, 2021, for a period of 4 years. Is that you?
Yes.
All right, state.
Yes, state's going to proceed on violation of condition number 2 on or about the 7th day of October 2024 in Bexar County, Texas. The defendant, Beth Nicole Martinez, did then and there fail to submit to drug testing as directed by the court officer, supervision officer, and or duly authorized agent of the court in violation of condition number 2.
How do you plead to that? True or not true?
True.
Is there proposed agreement?
Partially, Your Honor, the agreement was for her to plead true to violation of condition number 2. I do believe defense and I both have different recommendations. The state's recommendation is that she receive some sort of inpatient treatment, given the positive UA and the failures to submit. But I do not see any evidence of mental health directives. I mean, the only thing we have is going back as far as 2021. I don't have any current on that to show.
Just as hope flickers, the hammer drops again. Beth violated probation, skipped drug tests. The state demands inpatient treatment. Her attorney pushes for outpatient, citing stress, her father's death, and a near-complete rehab record. But sympathy is thin, the judge reminds her. Life doesn't pause for pain. And if you're on paper, you're on watch. Beth is skating on the edge of freedom, and the court isn't buying excuses.
Tried to work with your case manager, and it wasn't working. So your response to that was to do what with your probation?
At the time I was with someone, I had too much stuff going on. I was busy.
All right, so your decision with probation was what? With felony drug court? See, I'm trying to get you to point, because see,
Well, I know where I messed up. I'm not saying I didn't.
yeah, but so that's the thing. You didn't learn anything from felony drug court, because let me just explain something to you. Everybody in this court has a bad day. Now, some may have a bad day that is not as bad as others. Let me just tell you what happened to me. I had a client who was on parole. I had a parole hearing scheduled for them. You can unfold your arms. I had a parole hearing scheduled for them. I knew that they had mental health issues, and I knew that they were depending on me to be there for their parole hearing. All right, so I'm sleeping, everything's going well. I get a call at 3 a.m. It's a Monday, I get a call at 3 a.m. And you know what that call is? It's from my younger brother, and guess what he tells me? Grandmother died. Now, what do I do in that situation? I know I got a client who's expecting me, who has mental health issues, who maybe won't understand. I know I'm an attorney for children on CPS cases who are not going to understand. So do I just throw my hands up and say, you know what? This is what's going on in my life. I'm not calling anybody. I'm not doing anything. You all handle it. See you later. It's called adulting and growing up. So what did I do? My mom, of course, was upset. She's like telling my brother, why didn't you call her? You know, it's late. She's far away. She's all the way in another state. But I went and I did the parole hearing because that person was depending on me. I went and visited children because they were depending on me. And then I got a flight and left for home. And I left messages to everybody, hey, my grandmother just died.
The courtroom halts. The judge shares her own heartbreak, getting the news her grandmother died at 3 a.m., yet still showing up for parole hearings and CPS kids. She looks Beth dead in the eyes. Pain doesn't grant permission to quit. If she can push through, so can Beth. It's a cold, honest truth. Grow up or go in. This isn't about emotion anymore, it's about results. The courtroom air turns deadly still.
Tell you that to say everybody has problems in this world, but your problems in this world, you're supposed to be able to deal with that. And dealing with that when you're looking at 20 years in prison is to, when somebody says, no, we're not going to do that, then you got to accept that. You're on paper. That's what we called it when I was a defense attorney. You're on paper, you're looking at 20 years. So here's my question. Is the TAP evaluation updated or no?
Your Honor, the TAP evaluation I have from probation is from 2021. I do not see, I don't have any information.
All right, so we need an updated TAP evaluation.
The judge drops a brutal ultimatum. In custody TAP evaluation, or 3 years behind bars. No middle ground. Beth hesitates, then chooses treatment. The court amends the order custody, evaluations, no minors, no mercy. This is her last shot. The courtroom adjourns with silence, but the weight is deafening. Beth leaves not with freedom, but with one final chance to prove she can rise above it all. The system watches ready to strike again.